Alright, I'm back. I basically just did a BRB to put my eye drops in. I have to do that 3 times a day still. Okay, oh. It makes a good mooble noise when it gets taken out. Cool. It's somewhat common to pick up a new class per expansion, but somewhat is doing heavy lifting. I think I should try a class of a different, like, part of the triangle or whatever, or the triangular trinity or whatever, if I were to do that. I'd probably prefer to do tank, but I don't know what tank classes are right now. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we need set them aside for now. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to fight for the North and common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to take our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravenians and Aesians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the Primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation, and our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were brought at a terrible price. Tanking is fun, having that smidge more responsibility tickles the brain. I'm scared of the responsibility though. Joey's in here now.
And Broly pooped.
And Broly pooped. Good for Broly. If only I were so lucky. Brave adventurers and allies broken on the steps of faith. And before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Mombrita. Thanks. Faye gave me this hat. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. Oh no, bitter ashes. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite than enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, and we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. Yep. Seems I have no choice but to my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Fortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Fragrant chamber. Fragrant chamber. Because of the farts. Off to the big soiree, Rugo. Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not. You don't look best pleased, lad. Something on your mind? Banquet time. By the narrator, Wilred's dead. Gosh dang it. They must know they've been rumbled. I sought it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. I had to dig around and on the quiet. Like sure of it, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of the Dodo Consortium. Daft name for business if I've ever heard of one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. Are the Crystal Braves, like, taking money from a super PAC? Dark campaign finance money? I went through the ledgers again, found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find out the common thread. They were all owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, they're shell companies. Give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Sure to call in one of his businesses the bloody bribery consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men The first and third are taken Telegi's coins. But now we know as some of them are, and I'd wager me right eye the other ones what it did for Wilred. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kinds of questions, bound to attract attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. Gosh dang me. Still, I don't see what Telegi hopes to accomplish. He hit his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind. No, he's cleverer than this. He's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll repay and purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have my word. You should let Alpha know, right? I don't think he'd like that. Ryugo, mind yourself when you're an old eh? We're heading into a storm, I can smell it. The kind that'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under, for he knows it. Yes, quest accepted. Royal Promenade. Royal Promenade. Darmok and Jalad at Darmok and Olda at the Royal Promenade. Aethernet. Royal Promenade. Chamber of Rule. Quit. Gang's all here. We've been waiting for you to go. The celebration is due to begin shortly. We'd hoped that you might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momoti just sent word that you are needed at the quicksand? What's at the quicksand? I don't want to do whatever's at the quicksand. We will go on ahead, Ryugo. Pray join us once the matters are resolved. Give my words to Momoti. Let her know that I will call upon her anon. Yeehaw. Oh boy, the quicksand. Aetherite Plaza, Adventurers Guild, Quicksand, yes. I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice. I know you got places to be, so don't waste your time. You're friends with a crystal brave by the name of Leon, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, she came around here for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. That if the others end up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking these words, barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of a troubled heart. Something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love. Where's that? Okay. A lot's changed since the last time I was at the Coin and Coffer, huh? Waiting at the train station for a secret message. As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander. And all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to foul by your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but so see no sign of Alian. Still waiting. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kikern and the buzzing of turfids, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head only to notice the vial lying at your feet. Clouded vial. Here you go, is that you? What brings you out this way? Lieutenant Alian? Why, no, I haven't seen her about. If she come this way, I guarantee we would have crossed paths. Must have passed the spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs, on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. Ah, pray return to Old Ryugo if I chance to meet the lieutenant. I will tell her you were here. Aw, man. I can't even trust Laurentius, can I? He knows. Isn't that the guy that was, like, already a traitor to, like, the woodworkers in Gridania?
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall.
Completely innocent sideburns. Is this the facial hair of a guilty man? No.
Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Show the clouded vial to Momodi. Momodai. Ethernet. Adventurers Guild. Confirm. Teleport. Brent. Stairs. Into the quicksand. Off the fence. Jump the table. Talk to Momodi. I reckoned you head straight for the feast after meeting with Alian. What's the matter? No appetite? Found this bottle. She wasn't there, but this was a... Let's see. Looks like an alchemist vial, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use no use worrying about Alian. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long. Like in a ditch somewhere. And when she does, we'll find out what this was all ate of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about. Now she's like, go to the feast. Would you believe that? While you were away, another message arrived for you. Oh my god. Grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you at the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chamber. So what are you waiting for? Go on, then go.
You needn't trouble yourself so. Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me. Rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light. I am.
She gonna confide something? The rain is perfectly timed. Is that in-game or... it is raining in real life, but just lightly. Nice fucking banquet. Imminent shenanigans. Where's the grapes of many polygons? Do they serve those at the banquet? Yeah, it's raining in and out of game.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
Serendipitously, indeed.
With good cause.
Alphano, did you know that your Crystal Braves private military company is taking dark money funneled through various shell companies? Alphano, what of the mysterious disappearances? Do you have any comment on all the deaths?
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent.
His voice sounds different now.
Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally.
Not better, and not worse, but just different.
When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity.
Everything's going to be great, he says right before 5 expansions worth of conflict and tragedy. I plead the 5th.
Territorial disputes are all that divide us now.
That's weird.
But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
I love Alphano, but I feel like people should have, like, maybe been a bit more resistant to a 15-year-old starting a military.
He will be joining us shortly.
Everyone's afraid to tell him no because he's Louis Saw's grandson or whatever.
But it did not sound serious.
Oh, Royal Promenade, huh? I don't know anything about any disappearances. We like Ike. Chamber of Rule. Watching a season of Critical Role has almost ruined every role Sam Riegel is in. It's one of those voices where it's like when Christopher Walken shows up in Dune 2 and it's like, I don't see Emperor Padishah Shalom the 14th or whatever, I see Christopher Walken. And he's giving a great performance, but you know, that's Christopher Walken. Thank you for coming, sir. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. It's like, isn't Sam Riegel the English voice actor for Phoenix Wright now? Am I thinking of the right guy? You require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence when you go to her bedroom. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up before. Yeah, he is Phoenix Wright. Starting with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And then in Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, which is 5, Spirit of Justice, which is 6. In the re-release of Apollo Justice, they replaced the original voice acting with Sam Riegel. Okay. Okay. Are you prepared to watch a movie? Sure. I was so happy when he was in Marvel vs. Capcom. I didn't play the game much, but I just was happy that he was involved. He's like my never ever Smash pick at this point. Never gonna happen, but I'm gonna want it every time.
Your Grace, your guest has arrived. Pray, come in and take your ease.
The first character I ever rooted for to be in Smash was King Dedede, and he like immediately got announced once I wanted that, and then it was Mega Man, and then he got announced in the next game. So it could happen. He wants to play toys. Please, help me with my Lincoln Logs. I cannot reach Junabe Jones, it is on the top shelf.
'Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Like, the techno-babble in Star Trek, right? What's like the political version of that? 2012 Holiday Barbie.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any.
Yes, the Romulan twink is back.
Pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands.
Apparently he's important or something.
'Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Like, Mason, you've seen a fair bit of this game now. You see that it just throws long-winded exposition at you with, like, no hesitation, over and over again. The fact that the game is warning you this time is extremely threatening. Like, what does that mean? The Nanamo of Ishgard. Aid correspondence. I'm honored how noble in the presence of... Please clap.
Very well.
Is Artemis?
I really want to yank on Alphino's, like, ponytail. It's extremely yankable.
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
That's bullying, so we don't do that. He knows how to make the best cookies.
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
That was a look.
You may go. Your Grace.
I filled this cup with poison. I'm going to drink it now.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion.
Even the goblet. Like, the liquid that fits in that goblet would take up her entire stomach. Yeehaw, Your Highness!
I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy.
Well, dang. That's not.
You have seen for yourself.
That's not
the
very
swarm
yippee-ki-yay of you.
turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence.
Is that canon? Can the Lalafels drink a lot?
But I will see them
That's really
suffer
funny.
no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling
You're gonna
class
kill the
of our
vibe if you do
broken
that.
City should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
Whims. The whims.
Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Reborn, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground.
I like to believe that Lalafell are just biologically very bad at, like, absorbing nutrients from food. Like, they get a lot less nutrition from the same amount of food that another type of, like, humanoid would. Which goes on to explain why they physically cannot grow to large sizes and why they can tolerate such large amounts of alcohol. Her
Thus
breath.
I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me?
Aye aye, Captain. That's cowboys say that, right?
I am truly grateful. More grateful than I can well express. How much we have both changed since that day we met beneath the Sultan tree. And
Oh, that
the
was
day
you.
I promised to change us further still. I hope that we will recognize ourselves when all of this is over.
Stirs the glass. Big gulp. Liquid courage. Oh god, it's actually poison, isn't it? How does he know? How does he know, though? Oh fuck. You did this. Oh, so cool that he's the first guy that walks in. Oh no, look, a body, I never expected that. Oh, who put a dead body there? You did this, didn't you? Damn.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead.
Just use a phoenix down. It's such a shame she couldn't abolish the monarchy right before she died. Oh, damn. How unfortunate. If only she had lived 5 more minutes, we could have had a representative republic.
You did this.
Oh. You got me.
your denials? I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance.
Yikes! That was animalistic.
I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
It's gonna take too long to pull up. My favorite Simpsons bit is like, you have selected regicide. If you know the name of the king or queen that is being murdered, please press 1 now.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
Politikt. Burp.
What do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
I never thought the Jaguar would eat my face.
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of this?
Leggy.
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
His voice is really pleasant.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
Whatever is going on in there? Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
That'd be really smooth if I knew what a dance card
The
was.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
What kind of accent is that?
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts.
Hopefully she was illegal.
You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals.
You blackguard, baggard, blah blah blah.
Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Ass. Forbidden arts. That one didn't quite fly under the radar. Man.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent?
This could become my favorite game of all time if, upon Reborn learning about her grace's death, he takes Teleji Adeleji and like pops him like a bottle of ramen. It would become my favorite game of all time if it did this one simple thing.
And show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. And you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne,
outrageous.
Let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthis. I do begin to see how the ranks of the immortal flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know?
Oh my god.
We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No, this cannot be!
I think everyone is supposed to say, actually, that makes no sense.
You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity.
Who's on his side, though? Like, yeah, he is the Crystal Braves, but what about all three Grand Companies? I guess all these people. They're like, oh my god, would he really do that?
Bring in the prisoner!
Unhand me, rapscallions.
This man stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul Namo, and his suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
Oh. The cloudy vial of stuff they made me pick up, and then they were like, you should hold on to that in case it's important later. Now it's on my person. That is poison in it, doesn't it?
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof,
Yep,
a vial
okay.
with traces of the substance used to poison her grace was found upon the assassin's person.
How very convenient.
I've got extrajudicial rights.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded her grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
Isn't he literally like hosting this No, that bottle has other things. That bottle has my Princess Peach amiibo in it.
How dare you! After all we have
I didn't say that. The issue. Witch?
I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield.
The guys from Korthus, didn't they literally, like, thank this guy for hosting the celebration?
Oh, yes. I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will.
Oh. Regrettable.
What of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think.
I can't stand this guy.
The desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces.
I want him dead.
Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our land. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead.
Ramune bottle. Ramune bottle.
Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
Oh, the handmaiden that brought the bottle of wine. Yep. Sorry, it wasn't Princess Peach, it was Ganondorf.
This cannot be. No more. No more. No!
What a touching scene that I've sullied. Guy pretending to not be
Plainly, the royalists can
part
no
of it.
longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe, and so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you.
Is it outlined somewhere that the monitorists are next in line to govern after the monarch dies? I feel like that's an extremely bizarre like transition of power.
It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
Oh, he's so mad.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
See that little smirk?
Killed you, black-hearted bastard!
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, get his ass.
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief.
It is fucking... Oh my god.
She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say Her Grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You're making it a little too obvious, I feel like. You're giving away the game a bit much to all the random people in the room.
You would mock her. Then
Oh, do it.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members.
He didn't quite pop him like a Ramune bottle, but that's still pretty good. Oh, that was extremely satisfying.
You're one of them! You've been in league with the Scions all
Oh, you
along!
fucking idiot. Fucking complete fucking idiot.
You're next to scheming bastard.
Go for it. Do it, do it, do it.
Reborn!
7 hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Oh no, he's so conflicted about doing this. I'm actually suffering right now. I like all the bottles of wine knocked over on the table.
I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide.
Regicide.
And arrest this traitor as well.
Gilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
That's a good line. Ooh.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have.
I wish I could roll my eyes back further.
You are not the man you once were, Reborn. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana?
I don't know what you're gonna say because we literally know. You all know.
It was me.
Okay. I guess, if you want to be indirect about it.
You die!
Oh! Do we get to have a fight in this room? That'd be so cool.
For a moment, but there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Find out what happens next time.
Ah, there you are.
Sancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation.
You're so cool, thank you.
It would appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
But enough speculation, we should get out of here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
Hi, Faye. You missed the cool part, I think. And the sad part.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share Ponanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the rising stones watched.
You missed anything?
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah.
Ul'dah.
Happily, I
Teleport.
believe I can provide one.
Everyone here can teleport.
Told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Anamo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel.
Everyone cast return right now.
It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
I joked about her getting poisoned before it happened. That wasn't like actually trying to call it though. That was like just joking. But I didn't think they'd kill him. But I'm so happy about it. That was extremely satisfying.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal graves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Who did they kill? Like the princess. The Lalafell princess. Or I guess queen, the monarch. Yeah, Nanamo, thank you. I wanted to say Nanami, but I knew that was wrong.
Our pursuers here. Hurry, now. Find this tunnel of Thancreds.
Ah, this quest? This isn't a quest, this is a movie.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
Now look what you've done.
She has a face.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
Do they have any sort of relation, or are they just friends? Because it seems like they're always together. Even their triple triad card is like both of them.
This is so stupid.
Papalamo and Ida.
We're the scions of the
Ida and Papalamo.
The ones who stand
They're just
between this
besties?
realm
Cool.
and the evil that's
I like it.
trying to destroy it.
I like their chemistry.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalimo.
Papalimo?
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last.
Good.
Let them have it, Ida.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Ida has the aren't you tired of being nice type of energy. That Kamehameha. Kamehameha. You reference the Hawaiian king, do you?
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
It's how they get water.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
Brick.
This way! Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with it.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
The whole team's splitting up to make the escape.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friend.
Probably gonna have to rescue them at some point.
Leave us!
Bye-bye.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now.
Oops.
Well, this is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
'Tis done.
Who?
She speaks to me.
It was very sudden.
No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me. Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm.
I don't remember if I've met her or not.
As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. "'Tis the only way.
Enough you can talk.
I am glad to see you safe, my friend.
Pippin?
What of the others?
Pippin.
Damn that man! Taleji played me for a fool. I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
I have a car, you know.
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it, Eddie. Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard!
His voice sounds really familiar. Very first. Oh, guy that takes you into the city. It's now guy that takes you out of the city. Like pottery, it rhymes.
Over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Ul'dah, and likely needed a helping hand getting away.
Is this what beating Metal Gear Solid 4 felt like? No, this is what playing the entirety of Metal Gear Solid 4 felt like. Valor45, thank you for the follow. Also, you're number 100. Thank you. 3 digits.
decided to try there first.
Please clap.
Perfect. Hoping someone would hit the please clap button. Yay.
Aye, and judging by them soldiers as we're pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon.
I will say, when I finished Metal Gear Solid 3, like, Kristen was coming over, and, I didn't know the game was going to have, like, a 3-hour-long epilogue. And I was like, no, it'll be done soon, and she was just waiting the whole time. So, I mean, the game was great, but, it was annoying. Yeah, milestone.
Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
It's pretty good. Nice. Thanks, Dylan. It's pretty good. I'm almost done with the base game of Final Fantasy XIV here and about to do the expansions. There's a lot of cutscenes at the end, and, getting a little tired now, but it's been good stuff.
I had thought to look out for Alize, but 'twould appear she was the one watching over me.
Oh, I didn't mean to skip his eye.
And who might you be, young sir?
You missed it. Time to rewatch the entire thing. Thank you. Oh?
Pippin Terrapin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames.
I love him. Thank you. If there's anything we try to maintain around here, it is the vibes.
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar.
This is the most handsome Lalafell.
Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified.
Gnomes. Dylan, it's a bit of sunk cost to redeem the gnomes for any of the background noise when you know I'm not going to be on that much longer.
Are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity.
Alacrity. He's got a good lexicon, too. Unless you are aware that there's like 4 more hours of cutscenes after this.
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Means you have to stream longer. Nope.
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. It was only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate.
True. I mean, you can redeem a second doodle. I'm kind of... Dylan, I do think I will stream the doodles, but I'm gonna wait till there's 3 of them to do it once. So it has to be redeemed one more time.
Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
I wonder if I wait here if the background starts to repeat like the Flintstones. Yeah, Mason is gnome trauma from Lethal Company last night.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
If no one redeems it within like another week or 2... Oh, geez. Well, there you go. What do you want? Blackbrush. We did use the Skinwalker mod, but I don't think I saw one.
Bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
The real Alphino were the savings we needed along the way. Yeah, Jonah, just let me know later what you want once you think of it. And, also I'm not guaranteeing quality. These will literally be my first drawings basically ever. FF XIV self-portrait. I could do that. Let me write it down on the queue. I could do that not knowing if I can do that. Them soldiers will keep searching for a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back to Ul'dah and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Hope will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Yeah, the gnome would just follow you when you weren't looking, like some of the other monsters do, but then it would teleport you when it touches you. Alright, let's go. Pippin. You have a habit of taking a G-Post screenshot at the start-end of every expansion. Okay. That's a good idea. I didn't do one at the start, unfortunately, of this one, but I could do it at the end. There's a screenshot somewhere, I imagine. The gameplay footage, at the very least, is out there on YouTube. The most unassuming folk can prove to be our greatest allies. That fellow was but a passing merchant, yet he lent us aid without a moment's hesitation, or any concern, or any hint of concern for his own safety. Though I can well imagine how a man could feel inspired to risk all in your presence. Father spoke often of you, Ryugo, and long have I looked forward to our first meeting. Needless to say, this is not how I envisioned it. Yeah, I mean, it's completely archived. Master Alphino, you must not give in to despair. That would only play into our enemy's hands. So long as you and Ryugo are free, we may still set things right. Forgive me, Marshal Tarapin, but Alphino, my boy. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sid's here. Everything's okay. Pulling you to fire as usual. Your merchant friend told me everything. Truly, then he is no merchant but an angel in peddler's clothing. Nevertheless, how did you intend to bear our friends to safety? We had the Enterprise but a short distance away. All I need is a destination. We must find a place beyond the reach of both the Monitarists and the Crystal Braves. With this, Ishgard will not suffer the intrusion of foreign forces in their territory. That settles it. With me, everyone. To Ishgard! Not die, I fear. I must remain here. I dare not abandon Ul'dah to the Monitarists and their cronies. You may be certain that they will seek to defame you, both here and in other city-states. But know that I shall do my utmost to thwart their every effort. Frankly, I do not expect it to be much of a challenge. The small folk will not turn so easily to the warrior. Will not turn so easily on the Warrior of Light and his allies, no matter what the Monitarists claim. Marshal, that's the explanation for, like, you can still teleport and come to the city despite being, like, a fugitive, right? For the next expansion or something. It's like, oh, well, you know, the common folk don't really care. Marshal Tarapin, I know not what to say. Father, now that father would labor to believe. With enough talk, you must go, Master Alphino. Your airship awaits. Pippin. Pipsqueak. Up and up. There's no rest for the righteous. Extremely unfortunate MMOism? Oh, you mean about being able to walk around the city despite being a fugitive? Just unfortunately, due to the nature of the game, a lot of things in the world have to be static. It seems like if you make a change for someone, it has to be done for everyone. Didn't that happen in, like, World of Warcraft or something? Didn't they, like, have Cataclysm and the world changed? How did they handle that? We should make for Camp Dragonhead and speak with Lord Hush Fawn. Perhaps he will know what to do. Yeehaw. So is our base of operations going to be up here for now? We off a little bit of ways from the camp, but that's fine. Drive the rest of the way. Congrats. You can move again. Yeah, it took a little while, huh? It's only been like 2 hours. I will say, I mean, I knew completing the last like 5 missions of the game was going to take a long time, because of course it would. I was warned about the long cutscenes. It has been longer than I thought it would be. And that's not a problem. Just an observation. Master Alphino told me your tale ago. It warms my heart that you should turn to me before all others, and I shall endeavor to deserve your trust. Alas, the situation here has grown more complicated in your absence. Would be best if I explained in full. Yeah, please set aside ample time to view these cutscenes came off as a threat. In times of trouble, there are few things more precious than unconditional support. That's a lot of gil. Request.
There has been word from the capital. Ishgard has weathered another assault, and 'tis said several wyverns broke through into the city proper. The temple knights succeeded in slaying the beasts, but the intrusion prompted orders to further strengthen the guard, and to place the city under a perpetual state of alert. How keenly we feel the loss of our wards at the gates of judgment. Yet we must not bemoan our misfortune. Sir Emmerich is safely returned from Ul'dah, and once more leads the defense of Ishgard. As for the matter of your asylum, I am afraid no progress will be made until the threat to our nation is diminished. But do not despair. You are not without allies.
The shirtless guys have been doing the squats in the corner for months.
You are more than welcome to shelter here for as long as you wish. Pray, think of it as a new headquarters of sorts. The Falling Snows, or some such.
Or some such. What a card.
Frivolity aside, any
Frivolity.
who come here in search of you will receive no aid from House Fortom. For once, the Ishgardian reputation for inhospitality shall work in our favor. Agents of Ul'dah will find their every inquiry dismissed, and their every request for entry rebuffed, until such time as their masters have acknowledged your innocence. You once fought to preserve the honor of my dear friend. 'Tis a blessing that I may now repay that debt in kind.
The hamburger was right on Alpha now.
But let us dwell no more on this. Pray, join the rest of your companions. 'Tis bitterly cold this day. I suspect there are those who might welcome
He was
you
hungry.
more for your presence brings.
Yeah. He needed some comfort food. House Forton guard. How do you say it? Forton? Greetings, sir. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? What is that symbol? You thought that was like diegetic? You thought the hamburger was like part of the game? Upon proceeding to the intercessory, several cutscenes will play in sequence. They warned me again. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I thought that was a one-off. It's happening multiple times. Give you a hamburger. Alright. Like 3 times, you think? 3 times in this Expansion or 3 times total? Tataru is here. I guess she wasn't invited to dinner? Why wasn't she invited to dinner? Alphino Rigo, is that really you? Quest complete is very appropriate for getting through those cutscenes. She's sad. It's upsetting when she's sad. I tried contacting Nymphilia and the others, but no one would respond. And then the Crystal Braves, our own people, turned on us in the marketplace. Lamin told me to run, and so I did. I ran until my lungs burned and my feet ached. I lost my way, and then... Fortunately, I had observed some of the Braves behaving suspiciously beforehand. Oops. Oh, another, Ara. My mask, it was lost in the struggle. Oh! We get her face now. Pretty, isn't she? It took a couple months, but they finished her character design. After Yugiri found me, we traveled to Vesper Bay to meet up with Urianger. When we told him what happened, he used his magics to weave a glamour around the waking stands. From the outside, our old headquarters now looks like an abandoned storehouse. The transformation didn't take long either. Apparently Urianger started making preparations after the Imperial attack, just in case the Empire ever chose to pay us another visit. Good thinking, eh? Oh, sorry, where was I? Oh yes, if we waited there at the Waking Sands, hoping others would come. We waited there, but no one else did come. My people are searching for the other signs even as we speak, but we have met with no success as yet. I'd hope that you might be able to suggest further places to look. But you should know, the Rising Stones did not share the Waking Sands' good fortune. Only Crystal Braves await you there. Should check DMs. On what? SMS, Discord, Messenger? Oh. I don't know why, when I drop an image into OBS, they're disappearing, like, immediately. Do you see that? Didn't do it that time. The strongest one. You may have forsaken by men and women believed me, but rest assured that the people of Doma yet stand with you. We welcome this opportunity to repay our debts, and we shall continue our efforts to locate the others and see that the Scions restored to their rightful place of honor.
"'Tis all my doing. I believed myself the only one who truly understood Eorzea's woes, and look what that arrogance has wrought. I gave commands, influenced governments with my certainty."
Again, I said this before most people showed up, but there wasn't much pushback to a 15-year-old forming an army. I don't think this is an Alphino failure. I think this is a failure of everyone who didn't stop him.
I treated the Crystal Braves, and even the Scions themselves, as pawns in my great scheme to save the realm.
Traditional Heavensward gift? Interesting.
But in my headlong rush into imagined glory, I paid no heed to the ground upon which I trod. The salvation of Eorzea. What was it that I hoped to achieve? Did I believe that I could rid the realm of every danger and difficulty? That I could defeat the Empire and the Ascians, and find homes for every refugee? Oh, yes. I was so very clever. Become a guardian of Eorzea, I implored, and sat back to watch my perfect army cleanse the land of chaos.
Gnome noises.
Which was all but a means to feed my own vanity. Only when all is lost do I finally realize the truth.
Oh, Alfino.
That's how growth tends to occur. Hot chocolate. He brought hot chocolate. Orton, Paladin.
Master Alfino, are you content to remain a broken blade?
Is he a different character?
Is there no flame hot enough to reforge you? What of the fine companions who yet stand at your side? I dare say the fires of their determination will soon have you slicing the air again with your customary wit.
I hardly deserve such friendship. And besides, where are we to go?
Alfino, if I may? Should this place not serve our purpose, then we shall go to Ishgard. Minfilia told me many times, as long as we stand fast against despair, the beacon of hope will never be lost to sight. Be it in the snow,
That was some crazy gesticulating.
we few will see that the dawn's light shines again.
You are right, Tataru. Thank you. And thank you for your kind words, Lord Orchefon.
Aren't you gonna drink your hot chocolate?
'Tis true that Eorzea yet has her guardians. The Scions have achieved much, and 'twould be remiss of me to discard it all in a fit of self-pity. Let us then resume our journey, together, one step at a time.
Where does Heaven's Word like rank for people typically? In terms, I know people have strong opinions on the expansions. Am I gonna see the credits roll for a second time? Yeah. Second credits roll. I'm not gonna skip the credits, what? Disrespectful to the people that made it. I guess, is it, okay, it's like the exact same credits I saw before, isn't it? It is the same credits. I don't need to watch credits multiple times, but I have to at least once.
All has been arranged as you desired, my lord.
That didn't give away much. Because we're bound in jail. He's pissed. Nabriales is no more. The ardor was not his to invoke, his demise was of his own making. Nevertheless, it concerns me, Dave. extinguished that which should rightly be eternal. Mayhap he was not wholly mistaken. Greater haste may be warranted. We are of one mind. The northern lands, then? The earth is fertile and the seeds well sown. By my will they shall reap salvation unlike any the world has known. By his will. You know, him. By his will. Amen. Interesting. I have answered thy summons, emissary. Speak and make thine intent known. I would speak of fate, Archon. Yours, mine, the fate of this very star. What did they mean by this? And Dylan's getting his money's worth out of the gnome sounds. It's already been 30 minutes, so you got it. I didn't know if it was gonna be like 5 more minutes or 50 more minutes.
Thou thinkest sanctuary lieth beyond. Delusion, despair, death.
Wow. I said the thing. My left arm. Cool. So that's coming to Ishgard, which is yep, that's officially Heavensward. Okay. Did you hear that the OG Katamari Damacy soundtrack can be streamed? Where? Like on Spotify? Yeah? Huh? Oh my god, that's amazing news. Thank you. That's amazing news. Kristen, they added the Katamari Damacy soundtrack to Spotify.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, yes!
Dylan just mentioned it.
Yes! Thank you, Dylan!
You posed up there next to me, and then I teleported after the cutscene ended. Yeah, they still need to add the other ones, but it's a good start. Okay, so that's that game. Here, I'll leave the intercessory so that you can pose, okay? There you are. Never know what emote to do. Ooh, no. Oh, cool. Nice. Sticker mode. Oh. Hold on. Don't go to the gym just yet. Hold on. Oh, I can't actually change the text, can I? I was gonna make it say that if I could. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm tired. Thanks everyone, bye bye. Have a good day. Thanks, Valor45 in particular. See ya.